Good day. Welcome. This is your Daily Med with Lady V. Jesus says today in St. John chapter 15, verse 12 through 15, love one another. It says, my commandment is this, love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friend. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything that I learned from my Father, I have made known unto you. Jesus speaks of the extent of his love, the love that his disciples should have one for the other. In fact, he was here saying, imitate me. Show the same kind of love that I have shown. Jesus was departing. He was saying to these disciples, listen, this is a hostile world. A world that is filled with danger. And as tension increased, I want you to continue in my love and continue to have love one for the other. Why? Jesus knew that there would be all kinds of contending, all kinds of competition. But Jesus was saying, I'm leaving with you a standing order. Love one another to the extent that I have loved you. He says, I lay down my life for you. So you should be willing to do the same one for the other. He's saying you should be willing to love enough that you would die for one another. So those who love as I have loved is actually imitating me. Is actually showing the example of self-sacrifice. Therefore, we would not fight with each other. As disciples of Christ, we are called to a special type of devotion, where some will have to lay down their life in a literal sense, while others will spend their lives in service for the purpose of God. Untiring service, self-sacrificing service. As his disciples, we are sent out into the world, and that is to continue to show love. Yet sometimes we live as if we were in bondage, or we are in complete dispute, or we are in quarrel one with another. But Jesus was now saying, instead we should have unity, not rivalry. Trust instead of suspicion. Obedience instead of self-assertion. Love must rule our hearts. Love must be what the disciples use in common labor in the vineyard of Christ. Jesus says, greater love at no man than this, than that a man would lay down his life for his friends. This is the measure and quality of the love of Jesus Christ. We see him do this in its completeness, and this surpasses all greatness. The doctrine of Jesus Christ is exemplified in himself. He first laid down his life even for his enemies. Jesus says, I have called you friends. Why? They have come to believe on him. And there is a special bond, a special fellowship, a special relationship. And he says, you show forth this special relationship or friendship by doing whatsoever. Not some things, not sometimes, whatsoever I have commanded you to do. Friendship with Jesus is connected to obedience to his commands. Jesus says, you are not bondservants. I have made you full partners. My personal representative on the earth. You represent me, and you produce my works. He says, as I represented my Father and do his work, so you are representing me by doing my works, the things that I do. He says, these things will make known to the entire world the things that I have made known unto you. As his followers, as his disciples, he is expecting us to live by this command. As he says to us that we should love each other as he has loved us. Let us continue. Let us work for God. But in working, let us remember this great command that he has given us, and let us live in obedience to it. Jesus says that we should love one another. God bless you as we continue to be obedient to him by loving one another. Thank you, and God bless you.